So let's jump in. How much does market sentiment really influence the Australian housing market?
Quite a bit, actually. Sentiment often drives demand. If people believe prices will rise, they rush in. Fear of missing out kicks in. Even if fundamentals aren't perfect, confidence can fuel a surge.
Right, and we've seen that recently, haven't we? After that slight dip in 2022, optimism returned surprisingly fast in 2023. Buyers seem to shrug off rate hikes just because sentiment shifted.
Exactly. Media coverage plays a big role too. A couple of headlines like boom is back and suddenly there's a spike in auctions and bidding wars.
But that's risky. When sentiment outweighs data, buyers can end up over-leveraged. Remember 2017? Prices surged, then flatlined for years.
Yep. And the RBA tightening cycle now is really testing that optimism. Higher borrowing costs are cooling things down, but people's expectations lag behind the reality.
Do you think the emotional part of buying, especially in Australia where property is a national obsession, makes us more vulnerable to sentiment swings?
Absolutely. It's not just about a roof over your head. It's status, security, even retirement strategy. That emotional weight distorts rational decision making.
It's fascinating. Even investors follow vibes sometimes. So when everyone's talking growth corridors or regional booms, investors don't want to be left out.
True. FOMO and herd mentality play out heavily here. But when the mood flips, like after surprise interest rate announcements, people can panic just as fast.
And that's when we see the listings pile up, clearance rates fall, and suddenly buyers hesitate again.
So really, sentiment amplifies the cycle. It's like a magnifying glass over whatever's already happening in the market.
Great point. So the question is, how can buyers and policymakers better separate emotion from fundamentals?
Maybe by focusing more on affordability metrics, income to debt ratios, and long-term growth rather than short-term hype.
That's the challenge, isn't it? Facts are boring, stories and emotions sell, but long-term stability depends on clear-eyed decision-making.
Exactly. And maybe next episode we dig into how sentiment plays out differently in Sydney versus Brisbane.
Love that. And hey, if you're listening, what's driving your perception of the market right now? Let us know.